He's had a real problem with Elon from the beginning of this thing, but it's like he's in this leftist thought bubble. He is in the most leftist thought bubble available, which is Hollywood. And, and I think also, he famously, there's some videos of him in blackface, and those came out, and he had to apologize for them. And I think he took that hit and really doubled down the other direction.
What if everything you thought you knew about late night television was a carefully constructed illusion? Could a single staggering lawsuit truly dismantle a celebrity's entire career? And when the dust settles, who will be left standing in the arena?
I mean, I struggle to even mention that guy's name. He's such an absolute, I can't stand him. But anyway, it's just my thought bubble out loud. We took a look at some of their reactions to the news of Trump's win. Look at this.
We're diving deep into the seismic shifts rocking the entertainment world, focusing on the jaw-dropping clash that has everyone talking. Whispers from the industry suggest a dramatic fall from grace, a public reckoning playing out in real time. This isn't just about ratings or rivalries. It's about the very credibility of a late-night icon.
Hey there. How are you doing? If you watch the show regularly, I'm guessing you're not doing great. Yeah, me neither.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate. It was a terrible night for poor people, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO.
Stay with us as we peel back the layers of this unfolding saga, revealing the accusations, the counter-arguments, and the surprising figures at the heart of it all. The stakes, my friends, couldn't be higher. For years, the late-night landscape has seen its fair share of skirmishes, but nothing, and we mean nothing, compares to the bombshell that has allegedly dropped on Jimmy Kimmel.
You know how much it costs to produce Jimmy Kimmel's show? I guarantee you it's tens and tens of millions. It could be as much as 100 million. I have no idea. You know how much Tucker's video cost? Nothing. You know how much Jimmy Kimmel, how many people he gets tuning in on an average night? Just last week, his average was, in the overall, meaning all viewers, 1.5 million. In the key demo, 236,000. Tucker would have been embarrassed to pull that on any night he was on the Fox News channel.
Rumors are swirling, thick and fast, about a staggering $500, $1 million lawsuit that threatens to unravel everything the comedian has built. This isn't just a legal spat, it's a public execution of credibility, with figures like Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly reportedly sharpening their rhetorical knives. The sheer audacity of the sum involved sends a clear message: this is war. But what triggered such an unprecedented legal assault? And why are these prominent voices so eager to witness and even accelerate Kimmel's apparent downfall? The answers, as you'll soon discover, are far more complex than a simple courtroom drama.
There's not a chance in hell that this is funny or going to work. And when you see those flat, corny, late-night monologue jokes with no audience, Colbert, there's Jimmy Kimmel, there's Fallon. What they're doing is just like reading off of a teleprompter. So a bunch of really good joke writers wrote them some stuff, and then they're playing to the audience, and the audience is like laughing, so they get this feedback, and they know how to do that. They stand there, and there's applause signs, and then there's producers. There's the warm-up guy that's literally telling people, they're like, okay, explaining to the people, okay, when Jimmy comes out, I want a big round of applause. Let's practice this right now.
The narrative, according to some prominent commentators, paints a picture of a comedian caught in a delicate balancing act. There are whispers that Kimmel's fervent political stance, particularly his vocal criticism of figures like Donald Trump, isn't just genuine conviction. Some suggest it's a calculated overcorrection, a dramatic pivot designed to distance himself from a past that many, including Joe Rogan, have been quick to highlight. We're talking about those uncomfortable videos, those cringeworthy moments of Kimmel in blackface that resurfaced and cast a long, dark shadow. Did the fallout from those incidents push him to embrace a new, more woke persona? The question isn't just rhetorical, it goes to the very core of his public identity. Joe Rogan, never one to shy away from controversial opinions, has reportedly been merciless in his assessment of Kimmel's predicament. His take? That Kimmel's late-night empire, once thought to be unshakable, is actually built on a foundation of soft, unoriginal comedy.
Horrified after yours truly said in 2018 that People used to don dark makeup in order to imitate well-known black celebrities, and it wasn't a big deal. Absolutely ate up the performance by Hollywood darling Mr. Kimmel, whose blackface costumes included his oft-repeated bit as basketball star Karl Malone.
Rogan's observations, which have sent shockwaves through social media, claim that Kimmel's monologue jokes are merely recycled material, polished by a team of writers and then delivered to a studio audience allegedly coached for applause. This isn't raw, unadulterated humor, Rogan argues. It's a manufactured product designed to elicit a predictable response. Is this a fair assessment, or is it a calculated attack designed to further dismantle a rival's reputation? The implications are significant. The numbers, according to those scrutinizing the situation, paint a bleak picture for Kimmel. While his show reportedly pulls in an average of 1.5 million viewers, a respectable figure for traditional television, it pales in comparison to the digital juggernaut. Think about it. A seemingly independent figure like Tucker Carlson, operating from a non-traditional platform, can allegedly rack up tens of millions of views on a single video. This stark contrast highlights a critical shift in how audiences consume media. Does Kimmel's reliance on a free, widely available network signal a dying business model, a relic of a bygone era? The chasm between these viewership figures is more than just a statistic. It's a commentary on the changing tides of influence. What's truly striking in this unfolding drama is the profound sense of irony. Joe Rogan, with his signature mix of humor and bluntness, has repeatedly pointed out the sheer audacity of the situation. Here is Jimmy Kimmel, a man who has allegedly built a substantial part of his career by publicly mocking celebrities and political figures, now finding himself firmly in the crosshairs. The tables, it seems, have turned in spectacular fashion. How must it feel, Rogan reportedly muses, to be the one suddenly under attack, to be the subject of a relentless public dissection? The man who once delivered the punchlines is now, by all accounts, becoming the punchline himself. This karmic twist is a central theme in the ongoing narrative. The numbers, according to those scrutinizing the situation, paint a bleak picture for Kimmel. While his show reportedly pulls in an average of 1.5 million viewers, a respectable figure for traditional television, it pales in comparison to the digital juggernaut. Think about it. A seemingly independent figure like Tucker Carlson, operating from a non-traditional platform, can allegedly rack up tens of millions of views on a single video. This stark contrast highlights a critical shift in how audiences consume media. Does Kimmel's reliance on a free, widely available network signal a dying business model, a relic of a bygone era? The chasm between these viewership figures is more than just a statistic. It's a commentary on the changing tides of influence. What's truly striking in this unfolding drama is the profound sense of irony. Joe Rogan, with his signature mix of humor and bluntness, has repeatedly pointed out the sheer audacity of the situation. Here is Jimmy Kimmel, a man who has allegedly built a substantial part of his career by publicly mocking celebrities and political figures, now finding himself firmly in the crosshairs. The tables, it seems, have turned in spectacular fashion. How must it feel, Rogan reportedly muses, to be the one suddenly under attack, to be the subject of a relentless public dissection? The man who once delivered the punchlines is now, by all accounts, becoming the punchline himself. This karmic twist is a central theme in the ongoing narrative. Adding another layer of scathing commentary to this saga is Megyn Kelly, whose surgical precision in deconstructing public figures is well known. Kelly reportedly hasn't held back, describing Kimmel as little more than a corporate-approved shell of a comic. Her argument? That the edgy, boundary-pushing comedian from his Man Show days has long since vanished, replaced by a polished, predictable persona. She paints a picture of a performer whose outrage seems less like genuine conviction and more like desperation, a carefully cultivated image designed for mass appeal. This isn't just criticism, it's a full frontal assault on his authenticity, questioning the very essence of his comedic identity. The lawsuit itself, more than just a legal document, is being framed by some as a potent form of psychological warfare. Rogan, in particular, has reportedly suggested that the immense financial demand is designed not just to secure a victory in court, but to fundamentally alter Kimmel's state of mind. Imagine the pressure, the constant anxiety, knowing that every single joke, every political barb could potentially add to an already astronomical legal burden. It's a strategic move designed to make Kimmel flinch at every Trump joke, to lose sleep over every monologue. This isn't about winning a judgment. It's about owning his headspace, about instilling a pervasive sense of fear and self-censorship. The image that truly resonates, the one that has Joe Rogan reportedly howling with laughter, is the thought of Kimmel frantically scrambling to erase his old blackface skits from the internet while simultaneously engaging a team of high-powered lawyers. It's a vivid, almost cinematic scene of panic, reminiscent of a school kid desperately wiping a chalkboard clean before the principal storms in. This frantic damage control, whether true or exaggerated for dramatic effect, speaks volumes. It highlights the perceived hypocrisy, the glaring contrast between Kimmel's past actions and his current self-proclaimed moral high ground. This visual, a powerful symbol of a man under siege, is central to the unfolding narrative. Ultimately, the consensus among these outspoken commentators is clear. Jimmy Kimmel's career as we know it is in serious jeopardy. They don't just see a legal battle, they see a public demolition and unraveling that is far from over. The days of the clever jester lobbing jokes from the castle walls are reportedly gone. Instead, Kimmel has, in their view, wandered into the arena, and the lion finally roared in the form of a $500 million lawsuit. But here's the truly terrifying part. According to Rogan and Kelly, this staggering legal challenge is just the warm-up. What further bombshells await in this unprecedented celebrity crisis? And how will the entertainment world be reshaped by this monumental clash? The next chapter promises to be even more explosive.